Hello everybody and welcome to the channel, unless you're joining me again, in which case, welcome back. I am your host, TheRoyalNerd, and today is the day of what may very possibly be the most important Royal Words update video of all time. Or at least, like, so far, because it's still more space to go. I mean, who knows? In the future, maybe I will become president of the United States, despite being Canadian, because apparently to do that, it's really easy. Just take a look. As, political jokes, they're not funny. And so, yeah, you'd think I'd plan more how I was going to do this, but then if you thought that, hi, welcome to the channel, you're clearly new. But anyways, guys, when people look back at how the Royal Nerd became what he is today, or what I will be then, but what am today, no. When they look back at what I am today from the future, so they'll be looking at what I was then, because it'll be like a huge deal in the future, they'll look back at this day, which makes it all the more embarrassing that it's starting like this, and also that I look like an absolute mess. Seriously, like, zero preparation. I was like, ideas, head, gotta throw them out there as soon as I can get a camera up and rolling. And so here we are. But guys, I've been having some thoughts in relation to what's going to be happening with the channel. You've probably heard me talking about how I want to change some things. And that's because I was asking you guys about the sort of content you want. I've been running some votes on Twitter, for those of you who don't know. Still a few days left to participate if you're curious. But the thing is that I've been asking people where they want the channel to go from here. And so I was up for hours and hours just a night ago, till far, far too late. Tossing and turning, thinking about this and what I was going to do, what approach I was going to take when I made this video. And we're going to start at the beginning. And I'm going to tell you my story. It starts very many years ago when I first feigned interest in being a presence on the YouTube community. It was 2012. Let me see, let's do some math, because math is always fun. That's how you make videos interesting when you're talking about video games. Just go, boom, math. So, yeah, 2012 was when this first started, and I would have been, well, I'm 17 now, and it's 2016. So I guess I would have been 13 in 2012, because I'm always a year older than the year it is. That makes sense. And I used a crappy video camera to record crappy gameplay of not that crappy games, actually. It was like Halo Reach and stuff, good fun. Crappy quality, like, I may have mentioned this in a video before, I don't know, but one of my favorite comments I ever got on that channel was, "Did you record this on an effing toaster?" And I don't know, it just makes me laugh now. Because I know that they were so bad. I was 13, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. That was my first channel, and it went absolutely nowhere. It got some attention, but it was ridiculous. It really was. And it was just me and my friends who thought, yeah, being a YouTuber seems cool, and so that's what we were going to try and do. And at some point I realized that it was something that I did want to pursue, but I couldn't do it on that channel just because I knew the quality was just not up to par. So that's when I started my second channel. And on my second channel, it was mostly Minecraft. This was the period of Minecraft. I put up so many videos, more videos than I have on this channel, I think, in way less time, because I fell into the pit of quantity over quality. And everything I put out wasn't exactly the greatest, but boom, quantity, there it is, boom, 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 boom. I'm just throwing out videos all the time, and eventually, when I came to that realization, I realized that I wanted to do it again. I needed to refocus again. I'd lost my way to an extent. Enter the Royal Nerd. Now, there was about a year gap in between there when I just didn't do any YouTube at all. I was just trying to, I figured maybe it's not for me, but then, like, I don't know, I had this sense that it was still something I wanted to do. So, instead of just jumping right into it like I had both times before, I spent time preparing for The Royal Nerd. I filmed videos beforehand, trying to decide what I would put up on the channel. I spent so long on the name, and this is a big video because I will reveal to you why my name is The Royal Nerd. Days thinking about it, and so much time looking through different representational factors of myself, trying to decide what best embodied me. And then I was watching Doctor Who. I got the idea from Doctor Who, because all the best ideas come while I'm watching TV, of an anagram of my full name. Now, I'm not going to give my full name out here right now, but if you take out a couple letters of my name, like 3 or 4, the rest of the letters of my full name reorganize into the title, The Royal Nerd. Now, let me explain why that's perfect. A, I'm a nerd. Self-explanatory, I know. B, the royal part, well, that comes from a much more personal story that I'm going to share with you real quick, and it's that I love Shakespeare. I love writing. I love acting. All of these things are who I am. It's one of the reasons I do YouTube, to show my acting personality, to practice my improv to an extent, but also because I love entertaining others, and this is a way I can do it without being a professional actor, which is the profession I am pursuing. It's one of the main reasons that motivates this channel, and just the entertainment of others, which is key to both sides of that. So, why is Shakespeare so important? I love doing the plays in school and learning about them and analyzing them, and I always try to play, like, the main character, right? And the two most memorable ones were Macbeth and Hamlet. Macbeth, I played Macbeth all the time. I memorized his soliloquy for class before we even had to. We were just reading through, and I memorized the soliloquy, and it was one of my favorite moments. It was a terribly nerdy moment, and everyone just was like, "Alex, why? Why are you why are you doing this? Why do you do this to yourself? You wonder why you're unpopular." But it was worth it, damn it. It was worth it. And then we're actually learning about Hamlet at school now, and I try to be Hamlet as often as I can when we read through the play in class. It's a silly thing to think about, but just that sense of being identified so much with Shakespeare by so many people, hence the word royal. So that's who I am. That's where the Royal Nerd came from. And then this channel just kind of exploded outwards, just everything. I just put my heart and soul into this channel over the last year and a half, and it's been amazing to see the feedback I've gotten, to see the people who have supported me. The games I've played have been fun. The games I've been in, that was an amazing experience.
Additional art by... Oh, is my name gonna be in here? Oh, please. Alex the Royal Nerd, there it is, yes!
So, according to the Twitter votes as they stand right now, let me show you the first one, which is to try and decide whether I should finish my incomplete series or not finish them. And the vote is kind of split between live streaming the endings or not completing them at all. Now, this ties directly into the other vote, which is asking whether or not people want to see me play more campaign stuff or multiplayer stuff, or both. And to your surprise or not, campaign has 0 votes. Nobody just wants to see campaign stuff, which, fair enough. Multiplayer is winning, actually, with both close behind. People want to see both campaign and multiplayer stuff. And I've just been thinking, like, it's pretty clear how these votes are going to turn out, so I've been thinking to myself, what is the way that I can combine all of these into one idea? And it came across my mind at one point, restart the channel again. Make another new channel. And I said no. I said no. Because each time I restarted those, it was because of a lack of experience, a lack of quality. But if there's one thing that I can say about this channel, it's that there's quality here. There is my heart and soul in this channel. This is no longer just a pastime or something I do because why not? It is something I do because I like it, and because I like the feeling of making others happy. You guys have been here through some of my best moments and some of my worst. And that is why I refused to give up on this channel. So what is the solution? Well, it came to me at like 5 o'clock in the morning, tossing and turning in bed, as most brilliant ideas do. It's a change, a big one, but I think it's what's best. All of my previous series are incomplete, except for, like, Evolve. And so what I'm gonna do, because this is also a personal thing, I hate the sense of incompleteness and the disorganization of it all. So I'm gonna refocus myself on doing more multiplayer stuff, like Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, Battlefield 1, more montages and stuff like that, because you guys like that. As for the campaign stuff, and to deal with the sense of incompletion, I'm going to be removing some videos. Now, just looking at my statistics, I realized that, for example, we're gonna just look at the series Dying Light. The first part of Dying Light had 40-ish views, I believe. I'll have a picture of it here. And then a second part, a few less, and by the third or fourth part, it was far less views. And what it's become clear to me is you guys watch the initial part, likely to get an idea of the game for yourself, and that's all. To know that people watch that first part even means that they're not just watching, because not just watching for the game, they're also watching for me, and that's a key essence of it. So I'm going to be removing parts of videos that I find unnecessary. Dying Light, for example, we'll start there. I may remove a lot of the parts, because it's one of my longer series that I never completed still, despite how many parts it went to, except for the first 2 or 3, as many as I deem necessary. It'll vary for different series, but it'll just be that couple. And for every campaign, I'll just do a little bit until I've achieved a goal, with a part where I say, alright, that's good to stop. A perfect example of this is Hyperlight Drifter. It went for 3 parts, and then I stopped, right after I beat a boss. I didn't even mean to stop, but it just felt so good, so final, and it's like, that's all you really need to see, isn't it? Unless you guys want more, in which case I'll obviously delve more into those games. But for those games, it's just, I can stop there. And so for all of my previous series, I'm going to go and try and look through some of that. So there'll be a change there. And it's much older videos, so it may not even mean anything to a lot of you who didn't even know those videos existed or have already seen them. But these videos will not be gone, that should be clear. I'm going to be saving them to my own personal hard drive, so I still have them. But just on the channel itself, I want that sense of completeness. But another great example is the Tomb Raider series. The first part of that has thousands of views. The second part has like 30. Whether or not I'll keep both, not quite sure, but it's just an example of how much the drop-off is. So there are some series that I will complete, and I'll just be doing the half-an-hour parts to complete them, because they're usually shorter games. Like Inside. I'm almost done Inside, I'm pretty sure. Then the longer games, the AAA games usually, those I'll just do a bit of, if any, and then I'll focus on multiplayer stuff, which is what you guys seem to want. And like I said earlier, yeah, I want to become this big-name actor, but to say this channel is just a stepping stone to becoming an actor is not to give the channel enough credit. I work hard on both, on becoming an actor and doing this. It's because it all goes towards the same goal. The same 2 goals, really. One being making people around me happy, but the second being to be remembered. To leave something behind so that I can say, hey, there is still this piece of me left after I'm gone. And I can live on in the memories of those I love, and who love me. I just want to thank you guys for everything. I may be making this seem like a way bigger deal than it is, but it's just the impact it has on me. And that should demonstrate just how important this really is to me. This channel, this community, you guys. Thank you. But I think that's enough emotions for the next decade. In any case, I have been the Royal Nerd, you've been my audience, and this has been just a roller coaster of emotions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed. And thank you for listening, really. It means so much to me. But tune in next time for more. There will still be series, just shorter ones. There will still be campaign stuff, just not full campaigns, because the timing and stuff is just not something I can manage, and it's not even what you guys are interested in. So, more multiplayer stuff and more connection with you guys. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.